Hey guys, today we're here for a first video on drawing with me, and this is my second channel. Go check out my main channel. It's called Gaming with Me. And so today I'm going to be showing you how to simply make a tree. So let's get started immediately. So first I'm just going to start with the landscape. You don't have to. You can just make it on nothing. So I'll erase that part right there to start off the tree. And you can start it as far or as close as you want to if you're doing a landscape. I'll make it like at that point. And so just start off with like a stump. I think that's way too thick right there. That seems good. Now we're gonna start trying to cut this into Ys, these, and more of curve shapes. So what I mean by that, you could so you have two options. You can make a V here and separate it going into branches this way and branches this way, or you could have a middle part, which would be two Ys, one Y here and one, or technically kind of like a V here and a V here, and that middle part is really thin. So I think I'm gonna go with, I'll decide that later and start off here making some branches. So you just want to go all in with detail. So I can make one here, and then it could stick out here too and just end right there. Then you can also curve it. It looks better curved at some parts. Like maybe you could curve it a little here. Let's make that straight. And that too. Now, I mean, it depends on what you want to do. You could do like this kind of thing, or you can do lots of detail, like little small branches like that and stuff. But I'm just going to go in with bigger branches. So if you couldn't see that before there. And maybe one right here and stuff. So I'll get back to you once I'm finished with these branches. Here guys, I think I made a mistake that I think a lot of you guys could. I changed up a lot of this for a good reason because of my mistake. And this was very thick compared to that. I think it should be a little less thick, like a lot less thick actually, like that kind of thing. So I just wanted to add that in, and I'll get back to you guys again once we're here, guys. So I finished this, and I just wanted to give a tip that you should try and make branches sticking out of every possible place that there's some space. But don't put too much that they're touching each other and one doesn't get to the top. So let's continue, and now we're on the leaves. So for the leaves, you just want to start off, you could start off on this side or this side. I'll start off here, or in the middle. So I think I'll start on this branch. I'm just going to start forming little zigzag lines and just waving my pencil around I'm just waving it around, making different shapes and stuff. And it's not even that hard. You just wave your pencil back and forth, make some not even a pattern, just make some random, like, spiky thing. And just, I don't know, like, you could edit this part here. I don't think that looks too good. Make it stick out a lot, maybe. And then you're just gonna want to fill in the space with doing this thing too, to still make it look a little like leaves, but don't fill in everything, so that, because there are, like, leaves do have gaps between them. They don't, like, completely touch like branches do. And you could see a little bit of the branches, maybe. So just continue. And I don't think I showed you that when my hand was there. So basically you're just waving, like, basically like this right there. Like, wave and make shapes and stuff. Just don't do it how I did it there. I did it really spiky in that part that I just erased. And you can make it tall, however you want it to be. I mean, it's your tree. So, just continue with this. And if you guys want to see more of this, like, after I finish showing you how to finish off this tree, then I'm going to, like, add in a landscape, most likely. And so there we go. And it's just overlapping a lot of the branch. Well, that's how I made it. So that kind of all went to waste. But, it's okay. And you do the same process if you wanted to make a shadow of it. But I'm not going into that for detail right now. I could save that for another later video. But, yeah, I guess that's how you make your tree. And I think now I'm gonna get started with the landscape, so stay tuned if you want to see it. So I think, of course, you'd probably want to start with the sun or a moon or whatever you want it to be. And I think I'm going to do this with 1-point perspective. And I don't know if all of you know what that is. So you could have 2-point perspective, 1 point, 3 point, however many points. So I put 1 point there. So every line I draw is going to be leading to that, every 3D line. So I'll show you what I mean in a second. So a road could be a 3D line. So a road could start here and just start becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. So this point, the point on a 1-point perspective, is called a vanishing point. So let's continue with that. Some of you might know that, some of you might not. So I'm just gonna do this, and then I'll come back to you once there you go, guys. That's a road. And what you could do, like, make some mountains in the background. Anything above what we call the horizon line, which is the line that the vanishing point is on. And anything above it doesn't have to go in line with it. Trees wouldn't, just because, like, they don't have 3D lines because they're curved at points. And so I could add another mountain here and keep the road going up it. But actually that kind of wouldn't work with a vanishing point. But it could work in a different kind of landscape. So I'm not going to go into detail on how to, like, draw grass. I mean, that could take up a whole episode. So that's what I got here. 2 mountains. And I could go into detail on how to make a mountain, but I'm not going into that far detail. And if you wanted to make a house for with the vanishing point, so choose a shape that you want the house to be and draw it, and I'll get back to you. There you go, guys. So that's that shape right there. This is like where the roof would be, this triangle at the top connected to a square. And so now what I'm gonna do, the corners on this that could connect to this. So like that, and that. And the other corners can't really connect to it without going through other lines. So let's get a better view of that. And then you want to make it 3D by making lines through it here, here. Oh wait, that's that, okay. So then erase the unnecessary lines behind them. So let me show you what I mean in a sec. So we had all those lines, but then we drew lines through them to show that there's a back to the house, and then just erase the unnecessary lines behind the back of the house. And erase this because that's unnecessary. There's no landscape. There's no horizon inside a house. I hope there's not, because that would be sad. And so then you can add detail. I'm gonna go do that and I'll get back with. Okay guys, I wanted to point out something. So right here, these lines on the roof, so these are 3D lines. So I made all these lines pointing back to we'll just call it the, why can I not think, the dot thing, you know, the vanishing point. They all point back to the vanishing point, these lines, and these ones don't have to because they're not facing in a direction that could possibly go to the vanishing point. And same for the windows, like basically like the house. So say this shape for the house, you could also make that a window. So what you'd have to do for the window would be, you'd right here come draw a straight vertical line, and that vertical line, and then you would see how it would connect to the finishing point, and then make that part of it, and then erase the rest. Then do the same with the bottom part. Yeah, I think that's right. Or no, that slants a little bit there. There we go. Then just connect that with the straight line. And that's what you'd get in result. And just draw lines through it. There we go. That window really got messed up because I'm not in a very good position to draw it, but there you go. That's what I ended with. And thanks for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, leave a like, subscribe, and goodbye.